Hello and welcome along to Moss Valley. Harvest is done and now we need to turn around our fields quickly. The bales need clearing from field 32 and the stubble mulching on both. The fields need scanning too, but what soil types will we find? Let's get farming. I'm gonna do the mulching with this tractor here, our TM55. The mulcher should be round the far side here. We'll get this going. And we'll get this going on field 33 because it's going to take quite a while for that to do. If I can get the canola into the barley field this month, that would be great. But it's not essential looking at our looking at our seasonal calendar. We should be able to get the canola in the new year as well with the calendar that we have on here. So we'll start this off at this top corner here. In fact, yeah, this is the field I want. So we'll start this off here, and we want to finish up this top corner. So bring our tractor up to here, and oh, actually, if we can get it to actually finish here, that would be great. So set a course, and we want to do a single tool. I think with this width, we probably want 3 headlands. We want a sharp turn in the corner because there is space to do that on this field. And we want it to do the center of the field first, up and down. Yeah, all good. So let's generate a fieldwork course. And yeah, that seems to go that way quite nicely. So close the course generator and we can have a look at this course. So we're starting halfway down the field here, nice and close to us, and we're stopping in this top corner here. That is perfect. And we've got the start points on. So where are they down here? It'll be interesting to see with where we've been driving on this field, if it actually gives us the various bits where we've driven on as mulched as well. And 4.7 meter work width. So this might take a little while for this tractor to get this done, but it should be fine. We've got enough fuel and everything in it. So let's go from first waypoint and away it goes. And if we turn it onto the blue, that will display exactly how it's going. I'm happy with that, and that seems to be doing a good job. Just a quick look at the mulching map, and yeah, you can see here where we've driven while we've been harvesting and carting. That hasn't mulched, and that's because the stubble is already destroyed in that area. So yeah, this is going to be a very sort of mismatch of lines on this field, I think. Next, we've got to get our telehandler out then. We're going to be grabbing bales off the field, and actually we'll use the 8340 on the bale trailer. Possibly, in fact, no, I don't think I want to. What we need to do is we need to find somewhere where we can safely stack bales. I'm wondering actually if this bit here is flat enough. It doesn't look overly flat. Maybe that's what we should be using this shed for. This doesn't seem to be oh, it is a shed for compacting silage. We're not actually doing any silage on here, but that would work fairly well. I've got the combine sitting in at the moment. Haven't really got anywhere else to store the combine is the trouble. The other thing to do is to spend a little bit of money and maybe put a hay shed or a shed in for it. Right, let's do that. It's a pity we can't store it anywhere like in the cow sheds, because the cow sheds, unfortunately, wouldn't quite work for it. But we must have somewhere where we could put a shed in, possibly. Prime location would actually be where I've put our pig feed mixer in. But, of course, that is where the pig feed mixer is now. Other place would be down the side of these sheds here. So I'll have a think, and we'll see where we can go. But it would be really useful to be able to get these bales just stacked somewhere out of the way for now. Get the pallets of corn into our mixer as well. And then we can see that this is producing our pig food quite nicely. We've got 8,500 litres so far, and it's already getting more in. We need more corn. Corn is what we're short on in our pig feed mixer at the moment. So we need to keep generating that from our garden, and then we'll be good. I'm gonna go and put these away. I don't quite know where the best place to store all of this. In fact, it's kind of becoming around this silo here. So we can put this in here. This is a spare silo. And we're going to go and get, once we detached our hoses, we're going to grab the bale grab next and start going and collecting up some bales from the field. This should make this job really easy and really quick. So need to connect up the hoses. Is that going to work without connecting up the hoses then? Yeah, that is. So we can go and grab bales. Don't seem to want to connect up on here. Might see if there's a space at the edge of the field or something to do them, because at the moment I'm struggling a little bit to work out exactly where we're going to pile all these bales up. I'm having a little bit of an unexpected issue with this pickup. It seems to keep getting bales stuck on it. So if I line myself up here with this bale here, I don't know if it's just with these bales as well. If I line myself up with this bale here and go to pick it up, it picks it up without me having actually put those in. So now, getting this bale off, I have to slide it back like that, which is a bit weird. So we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll keep trying to work things. But it seems almost like it's got a bale spike on the end, and as a result, that is causing me a little bit of hassle. Also, I don't think that this actually works that well with these bales. So yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna drop this off, and I think we'll get a more regular bale spike for it, because these bales being a slightly funny size with this D1000 baler means that we are having a little bit of trouble. So off to the shop, I think, and we'll go and grab ourselves a proper bale spike and replace this, because at the moment this isn't working. I'm a big fan of that D1000 baler, but it does really have a bit of an issue sometimes. The bales it produces can be really odd, or are really odd sizes, and as a result, it has a couple of issues as far as getting them loaded and things with slightly less traditional bale spikes like that. So we will we can customize it. We can't sell that here. I don't know where the sell point is. We'll go and have a word in the shop and see if we can get it sold. And yeah, we can sell this here, 12,913. Actually, that's quite a bit of money we're getting in for that. And we'll replace it with one of these. I'm wondering, yeah, we can see our telehandler in the back there. So yeah, we'll replace it with one of these. We can go with, oh wow, various designs. I think I'm going to go with the standard sort of 3. And we'll do a standard fit as well, because I think the JCB has that. So we will buy this for 1,200. Wow, that's only 10% of the value of what we sold the old bale spike for. I'm just hoping I can squeeze in behind the New Holland tractor over here. There we go. Patch that up. Right. And back to the farm, because we have a lot of bales still to get collected up. Something I forgot to mention last time after we did all of that work baling is that how many we actually ended up with. And the answer to that is 112. So there's an awful lot of bales to get off this field. Interestingly, looking at this and the length of these bale spikes we've just grabbed, we might be able to do quite a few bales in one go. That will take there is a long enough spike on this that it will take two like that. But if I push this along here and do a third, this should be wide enough for us to basically do bales how we were just doing them. Go down like that, and then one on each spike. They should hold each other together. So like this, in, and take three at once. And yeah, we'll still be able to move three at a time, which is exactly what we need to do. Although that middle one is a little bit unhappy, and we will have to stack them sideways on here. And in fact, this is not where I was stacking my bales. It's around the edge of the chicken coop here. Yep. And just bring them on here, stack them on, and there we go. Oh, if they'll come off. This is the thing, bales don't always come off the front. Sometimes you have to disconnect, reconnect, and then pull back. And even that there wasn't working. Sometimes bales in Farm Sim can just be difficult. The thing I know for certain is by the time I finish this, there's not going to be a huge amount to mulch on this field. We're having to drive all over the place to get bales picked up. And as a result, we are basically destroying the stubble all over the place. And that means that we are definitely not going to make much as far as the actual mulching goes. Just about see the edge of that there. Yeah, there we go. Oh wow! Actually managed to get a decent pickup on those three bales. That's really good. Oh, let's not run over one though. It tends to camouflage in the field, especially among the weeds, really rather nicely. You can see now though, with where the mulching's going, all the places we drove with the tractor when we were harvesting that field. It isn't quite as bad as I thought it would be though. I was expecting much worse when I saw it starting to do that at the beginning. Hopefully it'll do fairly well. And we are 15 bales down, so we're more than 10% of the way through now. And it's just gone 2 minutes past 12. This field is taking us a while, but I feel like I'm making fairly good progress now. And using these long bale spikes to go end on into the bales is working out really, really well for us. I'm going to go four bales high in my stack. And this is doing fairly well. We're about to go on, well, we're topping off the third stack of these. So that's going to be 36 bales, 3 stacks of 12. And that will then allow us to go up to 15. So we're probably about a third of the way through, just under a third of the way through at the moment, going pretty good guns at the moment. It is 1 o'clock, just turned over, and our mulching tractor's doing fairly well. The idea of getting that to do both fields today is unlikely. I think that field 33 is by far the bigger field. And we want to be in a position with that where that is ready to go when we're looking to actually plant it come next month. So we're going to be planting the wheat in October, the barley, sorry, in October. And the canola, though, as I said, really it's either going to go in this month or it's going to be a spring crop. And that is the field that we're currently trying to clear of bales. So there's still so much to do on field 32 before it can be planted. I am beginning to suspect that we're not going to get to this in time. My worry for that is at the end of next year, we're going to be really struggling to get everything harvested if we don't have a big enough window, especially because we could end up with rain happening during the harvest season, and at that point we'd be scuppered because we know it takes a day and a half to 2 days to get each of these fields harvested. And my New Holland TM 55 has run out of DEF of all things. So we're going to have to get this refueled and sorted. I don't think we have any DEF at the farm, so we're probably going to have to run down to the shop and get that. Again, that's going to take time out of what we're trying to do today and what we're trying to get cleared. I don't know if I have a tractor actually that might have enough, and we don't have to worry about it. But no, we'll run down to the shop with this. We'll go grab some DEF, and maybe we'll look at getting a small DEF tank at the farm, because we really need to make sure that we can refuel our tractors without having to drive a whole load of way every time. So back to the shop for the second time today. We'll just park up here, run in, and hopefully they have a canister of DEF. It'll be under pallets, and oh, there it is. In fact, we want the 50-litre capacity. We'll have to leave it at the shop and come back and get it later, but we'll buy that for 82, and then we can bring this over here and just refill it quickly. So turn off our engine and refill. And we'll have to leave this here refilling and get back to stacking some bales. It takes a while for those DEF canisters to refill your tractors. So yeah, we're best off continuing on with this, trying to get as many of these bales cleared off as we can as quickly as possible. And I still want to get these fields scanned today. In fact, if we're not going to get all of these bales off here, then it's very much going to be worth our while getting the scanner on here and getting these fields scanned. Tractor is refueled. We will leave the DEF canister here. As I said, we'll go just put it in the shop here. That can live there for now. We'll run up here later and pick it up. We are going to have to come up and grab the scanning tractor in a minute. I think we'll probably use our little yard tractor for that. So bring that up here, get things scanned, and away we go. But this tractor first needs to get back to work mulching field 33. So we're back down, and yeah, this tractor isn't even halfway through this field yet. There's still so much left to do on here. Gonna turn all that off, and nearest waypoint, and away it goes again, continuing the mulching. It's just gone 25 past 3. That's, yeah, now it's just gone 25 past 3, and we still have this priority of getting these fields scanned today. So let's go and grab a field scanner. It's under miscellaneous, and this is the one we want. We're going to lease this. It'll cost us just 867. Interestingly, I just want to do this comparison. So it's 867 to lease that. But if we go in here and we go to get these scanned and purchase the soil information, it will cost us 4,600 plus 62 samples to get that done. So you can see why I'd rather lease this and do it myself than pay to get it done, because it's going to cost £4,000 just to do one field, and that's our smaller field. The fact that it's 62 samples though, this might take a while, and I'm slightly worried because obviously time very much is of the essence now. and taking 62 samples is going to take us a little while. So back to the farm, and we will unfold this piece of kit. How is this going to take 62 samples? That is a huge number, especially considering how much of this field we are already covering with this first sample. I'll be surprised if this does take us 62 samples to do this field. We are going to do both fields anyway, so it might not. We'll see what happens. But at the moment, I'm going to go around the edge. We'll sample this all up, and then we'll come back and see how many it's taken for just this field. Going around the edge and doing this, I am just struck by how many bales there still are on this field. This is looking less and less likely that we're going to be able to get this field planted this month. I think we're going to be doing mulching and setting up and everything on this field right up until the end of the month. We need to get lime on both of our fields as well. I suspect the pH values on here are not great. And that's the big thing that I think we'll have to do before we can seed. We're going to have to do that. We do have a direct seeder, so once we've mulched, we can just go straight in and seed these fields. But at the moment, it's just going to take quite a while to get these fields prepared. And this is something we need to take into account going into the future. Do we want to do spring crops, which seems like a pretty good bet at the moment, and possibly end up with a late harvest? Or do we want to do winter ones and give ourselves more harvesting time? And if so, how do we prepare these fields quicker? So this should complete the outside of the field. I'm going to get as much of this top corner here that's difficult as well in. That's pretty good. I'm very happy with that. If we have a look at the bigger map, you can see there's no way we've taken anywhere near 60 of these at the moment. This is nowhere near that. So, yeah, we are going to save ourselves money doing it this way, which is great news because, well, while we've got some money from selling that bale spike, we are still going to need all the money we can get if we're going to succeed on here and get that £1 million loan eventually paid off. Almost my final sample. Not quite going to fit everything in here. So we've got one sample that's going to need to be a small bit down the bottom. But that's not too bad, actually. That's better than often I do. Quite often I'll have a couple of patches around the field to look at and be unhappy with. But this is looking like a pretty good coverage, actually. I'm fairly happy with that. So what we need to do now is do the same around the edge of field 49. Get that, field 33. Get that all sampled as well. Because, yeah, we want to do that and get all that done. Let's see how many soil samples we have. 31. So that is half the number of soil samples it said it was going to take to do that field. I'm actually quite stoked by that. So we'll get all the rest of this field done. That does mean that we're going to need to be doing more mulching and more bale collection tomorrow. Whether that also means that we will be able to get anything into field 32, I don't know. I honestly think we're going to end up putting spring canola in there and winter barley in here and seeing where we go from there. Amazing how much bigger field 33 is than field 32. We've gone just round the edge of 33, and it's nearly doubled the number of soil samples we've taken. Yeah, look at that. We just had a sort of a thin line through the middle of 32 to fill. Here, we have an entire middle of the field still to go on this. It's going to be well into the night that we're taking these samples. And it's a good possibility we might not get the results back till tomorrow. In fact, I think that is probably our conclusion. We'll keep taking samples, we'll get these all done, and we'll get them sent off tomorrow. This, though, is a mammoth task, and I haven't got anything completed today that I wanted to. We'll see what this leads to tomorrow. We might even get some lime down and sort some pH. For now, though, I think I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.